I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is Monday, July 22nd, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. Before I show you the trades in the actual day, just want a public service announcement. Wednesday, I might be out. I got to go to the doctor and get the test results reviewed or blood work or whatever. And then Friday, I do leave for a trip. I come back Tuesday. So we'll definitely be gone in that time. And then the following week, which would be not this Friday, but the following Friday, I'll be gone for another trip. And I'll be back, I'll tell you closer, but I'll be back until Wednesday, I think, or Thursday. So doing a lot of traveling, and we'll see what happens. But all right, so we had this gap up for the Sunday today, and then this week, and then we pushed up. We took out the previous day's high, and I'm assuming we're coming for the next day's high, but and that's really clean. But are we like in a bearish stance still or not? But I mean, I like this as a buying area. If you watch Friday's video, it'll make sense. But I was saying that 8% to 10% retracement would be here. So that kind of like outlines: are we going to push up first to then make that final leg down, or do we not get that and do we just buy from here? And I don't know. It's I can see both sides of the market, and that's not good. So let's get into it. Can you still trade? Of course, though. Of course you can. So let's keep it simple here. You'll see. Let's start with this. We gap up here. Beautiful. We take out that swing high right there, and then that's a shift of structure also, but not technically, not really. This is the real shift because this high right here made that final low on Friday, right? So that's the lower high that we're contending with. But we did that today at the 9:30. So anyways, when you get this gap up, beautiful. We do take out liquidity there, which is a nice sign. And then it retraced back into the gap. See that? Sorry, I don't have it stretched out. You can see this, right? I don't know, maybe you were probably like, dude, I'm on a phone. I can't see that shit. So, all right. So then they retrace back. This was, I mean, I can get into real detail with this. This was a beautiful push down. I mean, even if I was to bring it up, a little extra bonus for you here. Take a look. This is this area I'm talking about here. You will see that if you turn around, so you got the gap here and you expect it to come back, right, to the gap. But if you project this, you will see it meets a beautiful 2 to 2.5 right there. Bam. See that? So you get the break, the retrace back up. Watch this fib work I'm showing you. This is the Sunday opening, and I never really go over Asia or whatever, but take a look. I mean, I can't make this shit up, so even if I tried, take a look at this. You get this push down, so that break from that swing low right there retraces back. Where is it? 61. I thought it was more perfect than that. Why is it not more perfect? Who knows? Oh, it's because I was on a different chart, maybe. Oh no, yeah, tripping because I didn't tag it correctly right there. See that? See this? Look at this. Look at this level. Look at this level to the right. Look at this. The fucking perfect 61, bro. I was entertaining guests and doing things, and I was not a part of it, but I was like, man, look at this, bro. Look at this, beautiful. Came right to the center of the gap there. And if you extended that low, which we took out, which is this January 25th, Tuesday, which is a weekly low as well. That weekly low, if you take a look here, it's that weekly low right there. Drag that out. We came right back, and we, also that's in the vicinity. I think it's literally sitting at the 50% too. So beautiful area, man. Beautiful trade, man. And that's just an extra little bonus for you there. So let me go back to All this price action. Sorry, I know this is a lot. That's why I don't like the 1 minute on going over the 1 minute, but I'm going to show you real quick here. So Mondays obviously are funny to begin with, right? Let me delete this. Mondays are funny to begin with, and to be honest, I can see both sides of the market here, but I do see the equal highs right here. So the liquidity built right there is the goal for I don't care if you're bearish or bullish, right? I mean, that's pretty equal there. And we caught this low right at this high right here. But so that's when you're up this high already for me, and as far as New York goes, when you gapped up for you guys and then you use this as support, that little dangling carrot to not finish that, I know that sucked. I'm pretty sure that sucked. And this is just the reason why I don't get involved with Asia, even though that's a great trade. I'd rather not. For shit like this, this is a good reason why, right? So because by 9:30 I have a lot of data already in front of me, but you can see the higher highs and higher lows performing. But other than that, let's see here. So the 9:30 here, I decide to wait. I decide to wait till actually 9:50 to pull any trigger. Surprisingly though, this was actually pretty easy. But because I was sitting here and there's these you can see the three gaps in the background. I had some technical difficulties with they weren't showing it on my chart. So you'll understand in a second why I'm saying this, but the goal is for me is to, obviously bust through, right? We've been coming down a lot. We're in a big discount level here anyway. So from this range to this range, I mean, this is pretty low, right? So that being the case, I'm trying to push up, right? But so when the 9:30 opens, it's sitting at a gap. Look at the bodies right there, right? And I was like, bro, I'm looking for a retracement back so then I could buy up. But the way this was looking, and I didn't really have any like favorable I didn't have any favorable imbalances right here that I liked. But so I decided to let it breathe. So price came down, comes to a 25%, and I was like, bruh, like buy, oversold, go. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna just relax and not be so like impatient, right? Or just thirsty to catch a trade. So anyways, it fucking buys from there. I'm like, damn. And then pushes up, retraces back into this inversion imbalance at the moment. At the 50%, and then takes off. I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, that was like the easiest trade ever. But I was like, you know what? No, man, wait till the 950, bro. So, anyways, 950 macro. So price pushes up. It gets to this gap. Now, it's not on my chart when I screenshot it here, but this is where I had some difficulties. But I know it's there because I can see it on the 15. I know where it is. It's just I can't fucking get it on this 1 minute. So I finally, anyways, it's pissed me off. But so when I'm up here, I'm like, okay, I'm taking my first trade, right? So 950 kicks in. This 950 candle, this is the actual candle that I get in. It first pushes up and then it starts rating down. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's get in. Let's go. And all I am trying to do here is catch a base hit. This is not me trying to catch a big move. This is just a very simple move. And what's that move? Well, I just busted above these yesterday's highs, right? All those equal highs. I already busted through that. Plus the breakout artist right here. So when you push through this high right here, I'm only trying to retrace right here. I'm only trying to retrace back to here. So all of my goal was, that's it. Just to come right back in here and wipe out the easy, lazy buyers. Okay. So that's how I look at it. And that's it. That was the trade. Okay. So now let's get to the next trade. So when this is here, we're here. I'm not doing nothing. I'm literally sitting back. So price comes down, takes out this liquidity right here, gets back into this imbalance right here, and shoots down and hits this imbalance. So skips all that and gets into this imbalance here. So before that happens, I do take a loss right in here, which is what? Right inside this imbalance right here, trying to catch that up. I said, okay, whatever. They shoot me down. They take two drives. So they first bounce right there at that imbalance. They bounce right here. And then I decide to try to take this trade. And then sure enough, because it does tag this last down candle. So I got to take it. So I fucking lose again. Price shoots down, comes all the way to the last candle, but now it hits the open, which is what I was telling myself to wait for. But there's plenty of times that I've missed a trade in this scenario, so I took the trade. Anyways, so I take this trade. Sure enough, it's panning out. Shoots up, comes back, retraces, wipes out all that, no problem. Holding this last down candle as support, drag it to the right, and we get the order flow. Order flow is going. I'm trying to get this inversion imbalance to hold the price, and it is. It was an ugly way of doing it, but it did. I was trying to get it to be held here, but I'm looking for it to hold in the future. So, anyways, not too focused on that inversion imbalance, but what I'm looking for is the order flow. So the push up here, you get that imbalance. We retrace back into it. Right, we had that last down candle, digging into it. You see it, we dig it into it twice right there. I'm still holding the trade here though. And I'm very confident of coming back up here. And then sure enough, what happens? So it's all about decisions, which you'll see here, but then the price starts order flowing up. So we push up and then we retrace back into this imbalance. I didn't have this marked, didn't need to, but now I'm using this down candle here. You could have used this one as well, but because this candle breaks that low of that candle, I'm using this candle. And then you see that we dig into it right here. See that? See, if I draw, you can see the line, the blue line right here, right? So we're digging into that. That's what I'm looking at here. And then again, we're back at 50% of that inversion imbalance, right? So that being the case, then we push up again. We retrace back into that imbalance. I don't have it marked. And then we push up here. Now, when we get here, all right, it's 1040. I'm like, okay, we're getting to an overbought. I don't want this to turn around on me. The responsible thing is to take this trade and not take out this high. Is to take the fucking trade out. Sure enough, I do. Just because I have it here doesn't mean I didn't take the trade out. But I do take this trade out. All right, and and what's my goal when I take this trade out? Because I make many videos and show you that I want to take the profit here, but I still want to be a buyer here. So what did I do? I took this trade out and I decided for it to come into this imbalance, and the momentum, if it's strongly bullish, it will buy in this imbalance and I'll catch the ride up from here, which I normally don't like to do, but I do understand price action and it's a very high probability that happens if we are very bullish. But keep in mind here, we did just sweep this previous day's liquidity, right? And we have been constantly buying up here. So we have never really retraced back to a equilibrium of a range, of this range here at all, right? This higher low to higher high to higher low, right? So I'm very understanding that I can see both sides of the market. I'm giving you my logic. So that being the case here, look what it does. It comes all the way back. So what I do is I try to get into this imbalance right here, which I'm going to just transfer here real quick. I try to get into this imbalance here, right? So I'm like, yo, this is beautiful. Let's go. I've already took the profit out, and I'm trying to just catch the ride up. I have secure profit, which was a great fucking decision, and then buy up here to push through, right? Because I was really wanting to see if we could attack these equal highs, because this is what's next, in my opinion. I don't, if we're bullish, this is definitely next. If we don't reach that, like, anytime like soon, then I'm expecting another low of the week to be, or the low of the week to be then Tuesday, we come down one more time type of thing, right? So we'll see. I don't know, right? But that's why I'm saying I can see both sides of the market. But anyways, great decision. So take this buy, lose. I say, okay, so now I'm a little married to coming up here. I'm like, okay, so the price comes down here, which this was a red flag to begin with when this price retraced back. But I said, okay, I'm gonna take a buy in here, because this comes into this imbalance. We have these down candles. I'm looking at this as support. All they did was wipe out the late buyers, sort of speak, and fine. We're still respecting this imbalance, and cool. So I take this trade, loss again. I said, okay, we're done. Sit back. What happens? Dude, this candle right here, these two candles, the 1008 and 1108 and 1109, which is that macro as well, decides to shoot down hard. and they come and wipe out this liquidity. Now I'm like, okay, cool. I know exactly what time it is. We're trying to come back down and retrace at a healthy retracement, which would have been a retracement from the original range. If I just do this simply with a 50, or I'll just show it to you right here with this. So just don't get lost with that. So 50% would be sitting right here, right? I don't have that drawn here, but take a look here. So I understand. I don't need to draw the fib, but I understand where it is. So at this moment, we have a break here. I'm waiting for a break here because when this comes all the way down and takes out that low, but not that low, I'm not. What it does is it just likes to play around, and it's really just setting up a little miniature liquidity pool before it then rushes it. So yeah, that's why this big candle, this bearish candle is strong, right? So I'm waiting for this right here. I'm waiting for this break to retrace back up, right? This is a short-term control of price in my mind. So sure enough, that's exactly what I do, and I take this trade. So we have the imbalance here. You can see it marked, and then we pop up in it. Once we pop up in it, and then we start pushing down, I'm already in this trade right here, all right? All right, and then once the trade pushes down, stop loss is now right there. And where's my goal here? Well, my number one goal will be 50% of the opening range gap. Number two, I'm like, okay, well, where is the imbalance to the left and liquidity? I said, okay, well, you got liquidity right here. You can see on the 15-minute, real smooth. I'm like, man, we're definitely coming for this. Like, look at this. But we are sitting in that imbalance. So, okay. So the price is sitting here, and I'm like, we've already hit the 50% of the opening range, and it's just wicking. It's not coming. And then we're pushing up. I'm like, bro. I'm like, man. And at this point, it's 11:46. I'm like, nah, I'm just taking this shit out. Fuck y'all. And sure enough, what a fucking great decision. Because take a look. This bitch came all the way up and broke those highs. But the problem with this trade for me was that I wanted to buy this, but I was already exhausted and done with the day with the amount of losses and all that. But what I didn't realize is that this was a 4-hour imbalance. I mean, I did understand that. So when you look on the 4-hour chart, I'm like, okay, we pushed up. I'm like, we should be retracing back and wiping out some of these buyers, right? I understood that once I saw these stupid ass 1108 and 1109 candles on the 1 minute. But when we were here, I didn't realize it was a 4-hour, but I did realize this 15-minute, which would be this 3:30 a.m. Now I'm going to refine this right in front of you so you can see this. And watch this real quick. Okay, boom. So, oh wow. So look at that shit. So the problem with this, why does it do that? Oh man, hold on. I want to bring to front. How can I do that? Hopefully it just stays. Yeah, see, anyways, so you can see here, so I understand that we're inside this 15-minute, plus we have those down candles. I'm like, all right, cool. This is a nice support area, but I was going to wait for them to sweep that liquidity, and they fucking didn't. I mean, we were so close, and I couldn't believe it. Like, look at that right there. I was like, bro, you're not going to take that out. Why wouldn't you take that out? Because they barely even took that out. So they really didn't take out this pool. But if you take a look here on the 15-minute, look how we bounced literally on the middle of that level, right? So anyways, I got out, but what I really should have did or wanted to do was realize that, yo, homie, this is that support. Like, this is a great buy. That's that higher low. They came back underneath 50% of the equilibrium, right? Take a look here. And as you see, that's 50% is here. But look at where the 61 was. Now I was like, bro, let's get to the 61. And I did not. I just literally quit. But it was good that I quit. But at the same time, what I should have did is take this buy right here. Because it was fumbling around. I was like, bro, why are you taking so long? And I was like, nah, man, this don't look good. And I just really thought to myself, like, you really are not going to take out that pool right there? And they did not. So not good. because that looks like a great reason to come back down, to be honest with you. But that precision is there. But really, the opening range was really beautiful and obvious. But I just showed you the 4 hour imbalance, then refining it to this 15-minute. But like, man, dude, crazy. And then sure enough, order flow imbalance right here, holding price, pushes up, imbalance, pushing price all the way up, man. And now it's just playing around. So 20 minutes already. Wow, man. I'm getting really tired of doing these long videos, to be honest, and showing my trades. I really want to stop showing the trades. But anyways, you had a divergence here. So obviously I was in a part of that buy, which I saw, and I was like, it's pretty easy to take it, but didn't. Anyways, pushed up here. All right, I took this sell here, as you can see, and then we have lower highs here with. Why did I mark this? Lower highs here with Dow. See this? See these lower highs? So these are higher highs here, and then we just swept that previous day. So that was the reason for that little quick sell, and just a simple lazy trade, to be honest with you. A little cheating trade, like because what's gonna happen, type of thing. But anyways, and then when the price came down up here, and I took this buy, we had lower lows here with S&P and Dow, and we had higher lows here. And then I took that buy and got out right there. And then also another reason to get out is because, well, besides that gap that was sitting there, we had a gap that was literally like blocking price. Like, look at that, like right there. But besides that, you also had where are you? You also had this as a lower high here, and these were higher highs here. See that? Here and here. So and then then price pushed all the way down, and then we had lower lows with S&P and Nas, and then Dow had higher lows, and that pushed it all the way up. And this is the reason why I'm mad at myself for not taking that buy right here. So I was fucking staring at this shit forever. Just kind of got tunnel vision. But anyways, dollar, who cares? Dollar's fucking around. But there's no real, I expect it to kind of push up more. But it's not really that helpful. Other than that, I have overstayed my welcome for sure. And did Dow find that support? It is sitting right on top of that double top right there. So that if that's not support, if that's not resistance turns support, I don't know what is. So I'm assuming they're staying here unless they want to come down and wipe out some of these late buyers. Again, push out artists, right? And then S&P. Now S&P, we did it engulf, right? We did engulf there, and we haven't. I don't think we've seen. Yeah, we have seen. Before these big retracements, they'll generally have a nice engulfing, which we did. So did the price just come up here to wipe out the push out artists that were selling to break these lows and just to balance some price? Is that what we're doing for another leg down? Or is this just really a support level that they are using? As you can see on the daily, it's pretty clean. Is that using as support? And then are we pushing up for a new high? If I look at the historical data, it's very hard to tell. It really is, because now it's becoming muddy. And the rest of this month, to be honest with you, I'm just not interested. I'm going to be scalping, just simple trades like I'm taking today even, but even less probably. And then next month is going to be horrendous, I think. I really think it's going to be tough. So, yeah, man, I talk way too much. So you already know what I'm looking for. I can see both sides clearly. I ain't gonna lie. This does look like it just came in here to balance that, so it could come back down. But I believe this is a shift. In technical terms, to me, this is a shift because it did break a previous lower high on even higher time frames. So On the daily though, it did not, but it doesn't have to, because this is just could just be a retracement, and then this is still a support area using this imbalance, and then we just push up. So I'm not really, the daily is not really that helpful to me, but if you look at the weekly, this looks like if this was a 1 minute chart, but this is the weekly. If this was a 1 minute chart and you had an imbalance right here and it just tapped in twice, that's perfectly fine to still be bullish and buy up, right? So that's the thing. Oh, and also, what's it called? Bonds were pushing down and the yields were going up, and then as soon as they reached their little ceiling or floor, they decided to retrace back. So literally here, yields were pushing up while we were coming down. And then when we got to about here, they reached a ceiling, and then we started pushing back up. So bonds were actually doing the opposite. So bonds were also coming down. Bonds were coming down here, and then turn around and then pushed up here. So, all right, and then I think that's pretty good. You guys take care and God bless.